Here we go again. Welcome back to the channel. So now we're still on Nissans. So this one is the one that I think people forget about. People forgot how cool the Nissan 300ZX was, but this one is not a 300ZX, even though the front says 300ZX. So that's one thing that I noticed. But if you can look closely, you realize this one's right-hand drive. So I don't know what Otto was thinking, but if you look at the back says Nissan Fairlady Z 300ZX. I don't know. You guys can correct me, but if the Fairlady ZX was still a 300ZX, let me know. If that's what they call it in Japan still, but whatever. I think they were just trying to cover two names with one throw of the stone here. But the Nissan 300ZX, it came out back in 1989 in this body shape, and I think it ran all the way up to 1998. It had this wicked V6 twin turbo, 300 horsepower. So this car was around when the R32 Nissan Skyline GTR was out. It was a little bit heavier, slightly more powerful, more potent. But I think everybody forgot about this car, man. I don't know why. As a kid, I would love seeing these on the street, especially the T-top. This one's a T-top version as well. But because it's Otto, once again, you can't open any panels or anything. But I just think it was a cool looking car. So in that era of this, the Supra, the Nissan GTR, and the Mitsubishi 3000 GT, I thought this thing was the sexiest one of all of them. And another interesting thing about this car, you see these headlights right here? If you look at the Lamborghini Diablo, Lamborghini stole these headlights from Nissan and used these exact headlights on their Lamborghini Diablo. So if you look at the Diablo, so what Lamborghini did too, because at the bottom of the headlight it says Nissan. So they designed the car in such a way where the front bumper covers up the Nissan. But if you take the bumper off, you will see clearly Nissan on the headlights. So yeah, so Lamborghini wanted their car to be more aerodynamic, because the earlier versions of the Diablo had flip-up or pop-up headlights, like my boy over, you know, James Pumphrey saying Donut Media. But they wanted it more aerodynamic, so they chose this thing. So instead of doing a full redesign, they just, you know, modify their car to have these. But fun car. Back in the day, this thing was running a quarter mile, like in the high 13 seconds. You're talking 30 years ago, this was doing high 13-second quarter miles. 5-speed manual. Some of these were equipped with 4-wheel steering too, which was way ahead of its time. 4-piston brakes up front. It was just an overall great sports car. A friend of mine in California has one right now, a white one in very pristine condition. And I was able to drive it around. And the thing amazes me. It's very driver-centric. Everything is up there right near the steering wheel for you to touch, just like the R32 GTR. And yeah, there's a lot of similarities between this and the R32 GTR, especially in the interior. But this thing is a much more refined and luxurious kind of sports car. But working on these things, the engine bay, I wish this thing had a detailed engine I can show you, but it's very hard to work on this because the room is it's so tightly packed in there with the twin turbo V6. But gorgeous car. I think it aged well. This is still a car that I could potentially own in the future because it's one of my favorite cars ever made. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this Nissan 300ZX, Fairlady Z, whatever you want to call it, wherever you're from. So Otto 118. All right, so comment, like, share, subscribe as usual, and thanks for watching. You guys take it easy.